Gearhangs,
Episode 9!
we back, y'all!
This guy.
Oh, he's dancing. It's a dancing machine.
Come on.
So, Gid and I, we've got a new friend here. I'll let him introduce himself.
I'm Joshua Ryan, or Josh Guitars.
Josh Guitars.
At Josh Guitars on Instagram.
he doesn't love it.
Just come out, shoot, and plug the Instagram.
Come on.
Come on.
You've got it.
We're on Instagram.
Yeah.
You know.
And now I'm on Gearhangs.
Now he's on Gearhangs.
So I'm really famous.
We're stoked to have this famous man with us today.
Well, I'm famous now that I'm on Gearhangs.
Oh.
Yeah, I wasn't famous 2 minutes ago.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
Oh, yeah.
Well, we're happy to make Josh Guitars famous today. We feel he's got some things that are worth hearing. So we're going to talk to him about those things. Should we talk about why we haven't been here for a while first? Or should we just talk about those things? Yeah, okay.
Just real quick.
Yeah.
I guess I'll go first.
Yeah, you go first. You're pretty much the reason why we haven't been here.
Yeah.
But not to throw shade at you.
It's been kind of crazy. Just a crazy season. Finished up college, graduated a few weeks ago, I guess. Had a lot of stuff going on with Mute Math. Played a couple shows with them.
You just casually name dropped Mute Math.
I played a couple shows with Mute Math.
I play shows with Mute Math too. Me and...
Yeah.
I don't. I'm just kidding. It's freaking cool.
Yeah.
I'm jealous, dude.
That's awesome.
And we moved into a new house.
And I also moved into a new house, so we've both been on the move.
Yeah, it's been kind of crazy. Just a busy season.
Definitely.
Jay was, you were on the road, right?
Well, yeah, March. Yeah, it hasn't been that long.
Yeah, it's been It's been like 2 months.
Yeah, so I thought that I was on the road in March, and then moved literally like 2 weeks after I got back, I think.
Yeah.
Or a week after.
Just quick.
And then I didn't have Wi-Fi for a month. And complicated. We're running a pretty professional production here, but we don't actually even own our own camera, so it's kind of like our camera person was MIA for a while. But we're back now. We've got a camera. It's kind of
still not
courtesy. That's courtesy of a friend. But yeah, so that's where we've been. Sorry, I know you've all been anxiously waiting for us to return, but
totally.
Rest easy, fam. We're back. All right.
Cool. So we're here with Josh, longtime pal of the old Instagram. Pretty well known in the gear community, I think.
I guess.
Generally.
When did you create your account? I guess.
It's been a while. It was 2011, I think. Well, yeah. It was early on in Instagram.
Yeah, seriously.
Yeah, that's right.
So I think I was on Instagram until like 2013 maybe or 14.
Same.
Dang.
Maybe 2012. I don't know.
No, that's awesome.
It's been a minute. Yeah, it's been a while. Early on, I was posting other people's stuff.
Okay.
Yeah, I would feature whoever I thought played good, or whatever. And then I started doing my own stuff. So
that's awesome.
Yeah. So when you started, I guess was the goal to just. Was it ever a goal of yours to curate this big, like, gear-related account, or were you just kind of creating an account just for your own pleasure, or what was the...
Yeah, I don't know if I had a goal starting out. I guess maybe just to create conversation.
Yeah.
Just to talk to people, So that's what I would do. I would find a video that I just loved and ask if it could be featured, and then talk about it. And I met a ton of people doing that, so that was the big benefit.
Yeah.
Super rad.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
Well, this is Gearhangs.
Gearhangs.
You've had a ton of gear.
A lot of gear.
A lot of gear.
Yes.
Let's start with. I'm gonna keep it brief.
No, I'll say let's rapid fire.
Rapid fire.
Let's do amps and then maybe talk. I don't know how many.
Yeah.
I actually don't know at all. So
let's start with amps. Okay. Rapid fire, real quick. Up until this point, what have you had? And your favorite?
Okay. I started out on a $70 Vox Pathfinder amp, and they scream. They're great little amps. Then I got a Dr. Z Maz 18.
Huge upgrade.
And that's what I went on tour with. So I toured with the Dr. Z stuff. I had two Maz 18s. Yeah, after all all of those years.
Yeah.
Then I got on to deluxes, and so I had a Tyler 2020, which is a deluxe. I had a regular deluxe reverb reissue. Jackson McFly.
Oh, those are
which
cool.
is a deluxe.
I'm gonna ask you about that later. That's
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then got the Kemper, and I had it for a year and a half. And then I went back to regular amps and got a Spitfire. So
Nice.
matchless Spitfire. This guy.
Yeah, that one right
Big
there.
fat legs are blocking you.
It is.
That's the end. Well,
Yeah.
that's cool. What was your favorite?
Probably. That's tough. Probably the Maz 18 for nostalgic reasons,
Okay.
maybe, and then the matchless for audible reasons.
Yeah,
Yeah.
totally.
It's so sick.
Yeah.
Huh.
Yeah.
That's
That's
cool.
right.
Yeah, what?
No, actually, you want to go back or?
Kind of. I want to know what you think of the McFly, I guess. 'Cause
Yeah.
that's one. I remember my deluxe, because I've got deluxe right now.
Okay. Yeah.
And there was a hot sec where I was talking to a guy about a trade for a McFly. Because I've always thought, honestly, I'm not a huge Jackson fan, but the McFly is the one amp by them that I'm like, man, that's a cool amp. Like,
Yeah.
I don't know, but what were, I guess you don't have to, but what, like, overview was that? Is it more of a boutique? Like, how similar is it to a deluxe? Is it more black facey? Like, what's kind of the vibe of that?
Well, as the way it was put to me, it is a 50s tweed deluxe circuit, and then you can switch over to a 60s
Yeah, black
sounding.
facey.
Yeah. And so I ran it on the 60s mode
Cool.
mostly, and it sounds amazing. It sounds really, really good. It's you can push it because it's got power scaling.
Yeah.
So it's a deluxe that is actually, you're able to crank it. So that was cool. Yeah, I had it for a little while and sold it to somebody from Walrus Audio, I think,
Wow.
bought it.
Oh,
Yeah.
really? That
Yeah.
one? I played that one.
The black and orange one. The
Yeah,
Halloween.
yeah. I played. Dang, cool. I didn't know that. What the heck?
That was my amp.
Oh, sick. I'm
Yeah.
gonna tell him that next time I see him.
Yeah,
That's
super
rad.
funny.
yeah. So it was a good amp. It was really good. I'm just a deluxe head. If I could have one amp for the rest of my life, it'd be a 50s deluxe, and I'd be totally set. I wouldn't even have pedals at that point. I think I would just crank it.
Dude, those tweeds.
Yeah.
So we did my band, like a brief little weekend Blackbird in town, and they have obviously the most insane gear, but we got to go to the amp room, and there's a Tweed Deluxe and a Tweed Vibrolux, and we grabbed them, and that's when I had my Clubman. So I ran stereo. I had the Vibrolux, so I had stereo Tweed Vibrolux and matchless Clubman. It's just dying, dude. And then my buddy Cole, the lead guitar player, was running the Maz 18 and the Tweed Deluxe and stereo. Oh, dude, that was like the best.
That's why those guitars sound
Oh man, it was awesome. That was like a dream.
That's amazing.
A tone,
That's incredible.
tone dream.
Gosh dang.
Yeah.
That's funny.
Holy
Awesome.
cow.
Guitars. What did you have?
Yeah, way fewer guitars than amps, actually. I have always had a Strat of some sort,
Okay.
and I've always had a Telecaster of some sort.
Mhm.
So
It's getting dark in here.
I know, it's like
Whoa!
He's got a strap.
Ian doesn't
I
trust
don't
him.
trust him anymore.
I know.
I use Nystrom guitars.
Yeah.
So
That's awesome.
Ben from Nystrom built me a gorgeous Strat and a great Telly, and then I've got one of his newer models called the Coachman, and so it's a really cool guitar too.
That's awesome.
Yeah, it's amazing. What was your favorite?
My favorite guitar?
Mhm.
For nostalgic reasons, the Telecaster. It was my first good guitar.
Right.
Yeah.
Are you a guy who, in hindsight, do you wish you would have kept like your first, like of everything, like your first good of everything?
I don't know.
This nostalgic, like.
I don't know. I don't have an attachment to things. There are definite regrets.
Yeah.
I bought a Boss DM2
Mm-hmm.
and sold it and immediately regretted selling it. So I reached out to the guy and I bought it back.
Whoa!
I took a huge hit, but it was my pedal and I needed it. So
Oh my gosh.
That's the only time I've acted on my regrets.
Yeah.
You know?
Crazy.
But,
dang.
Yeah.
Cool. So in that regard, I know you've had a ton of pedals over the years.
Yeah.
And there's too many to list
Way too
in
many.
a short amount of time. So we're going to stick to top 5.
Top 5.
Vintage, new, overdrive, like whatever pedal it was.
Yeah.
Let's go top 5.
Okay. My DM2 is my all-time favorite pedal. Love that delay.
That's great.
My Tube Screamer hand-wired.
Like one of the newer ones?
One of the newer ones. Yeah.
Okay.
I've got the TS10 as well. The hand-wired is a little more vintage sounding.
Interesting.
Yeah. So, love it. Memory Man, I guess.
Like
for
the OG
three.
DMMT?
I've had 2 of the big box ones and 2 of the blue ones, the
Gotcha.
1100.
Mhm.
I like the 1100. It's great. I just love running it super long.
Yeah.
El Cap is probably in the list. I love that.
Last one.
Last one.
Make it a good one.
Well, I haven't said a fuzz yet.
Idiots.
Yeah. The B&M fuzz unit. It's a vintage pedal.
Wow.
I haven't heard of that one.
It's
Come on.
incredible. It's a Mark II tone bender. Don't quote me on that at all. But it has an active EQ on it, an active tone
Interesting.
control.
Okay,
So you
that's
can
rad.
dial it super bassy or you can dial it super spitty. And it's just the
Huh.
best all around
Alright.
fuzz.
I'm going to look into that. Probably won't buy one.
They're hard to find.
You're
Yeah.
probably gonna
I'll probably
They're big and
As a-
orange, and I like things that are
Wait,
big.
are they like the Soul Sound vibe kind of thing? Or
They look
like
a lot
the big foot thing?
yeah.
Oh,
They look
okay,
like
cool.
the color sound or whatever.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. That's
Yeah.
rad.
That's awesome.
Awesome.
Very chill.
Cool stuff.
Yeah.
Okay, so that was a lot of gear. But I know that you are a lot more about the heart than about the gear stuff and kind of what the community. So I guess I want to hear, because I read, I don't know, maybe October? I don't know when it was, but I read a blog post of yours about, was it the decluttering or there was one about just like,
mind or something.
yeah, just like contentment and most all that. So I guess I just wanted to hear your thoughts on, because you see on the forums these kids who are like, man, what should I get? I've got this empty space and I can get so many things and is this
Right.
good? Tell me if it's good or not and blah, blah, blah. And like, I guess I just want to hear your take on like the whole boutique gear craze and all the acquisition, I guess, gas, all that stuff.
Yeah, definitely. Definitely. I wrote a blog post called More is More to Lose. And that's kind of my story is I had all this gear lust, you know. I wanted this, I wanted that, I wanted it all, you know. And so I got a really good job right out of college. I had just finished touring and I moved back home and got a really good job. And with the really good job comes money to buy gear.
Yeah.
So I bought everything I could get my hands on. I wasted so much time and so much money constantly on eBay, constantly on Reverb. And then when I hit my cap, I got a credit card.
Wow.
And, you know, and so I went hard with that. And my story is, you know, I had everything I ever wanted as far as gear goes, and I wasn't happy. And the other phenomenon that I noticed, you know, hand in hand with this was that people were envious of what I had, and yet I wasn't happy at all. So, you know, kids would come up to me at church and they would say, I want to be on stage, I want to play the guitar, but I don't have a timeline, so I don't feel like I can come up. You know, and I'm like, I didn't have a timeline when I started. I want you on stage more than I want you to have crazy great gear. So that became my heart, and I really, you know, I purged and I sold everything. I paid off my debt. Don't go into debt to buy gear.
Or really anything.
Yeah, exactly.
Maybe.
And then I was able to make choices, informed choices about what I wanted to bring back into my life. So my mantra now is don't play it if it's not your favorite thing to play. That's why I have the Klon, actually.
Yeah.
I sold all this stuff, saved my money, and what's my favorite?
This is a real clone, and I'm holding it.
Sorry. The hiatus.
Would like that to be on the internet forever.
Yeah. But that was what I did. I sold all my stuff. I saved up, and I bought my favorite overdrive.
Yeah.
So don't go into debt to buy gear, but then don't play something if it's not your favorite thing to play. Don't feel pressured to play something just because the guitar community has approved of it.
Yeah.
And then don't ride the trend wave.
Yeah.
That I rode for so long. It doesn't make you happy. And it didn't get me back. I had quit touring, and I'd come home, and I got an office job.
Yeah.
My dream was to get back on the road and tour again. Yeah. And buying gear does not get you back on the road. Having great gear doesn't make you a great musician at all. So it's much more about what you do with your fingers than your feet.
Yeah. Isn't that interesting? I feel like in I say our culture, but the gear culture, our community, like it feels like just owning stuff has become the goal even more than just making good art,
Right.
And it's become so much about what you have, almost even more than how it sounds, and then how it sounds even more than the message and what you're trying to say and all that stuff.
Right. Yeah.
I don't know. It's very interesting.
Yeah.
So, that's really cool.
Yeah. That's where I'm at right now.
That's a good spot to be. Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool.
I don't have any more questions.
Gearhangs.
Gearhangs.
I'd like to just say, as we wrap this up, that this is a Kenyan coffee.
Yes!
And I'm enjoying it. So, to all of you who heard me say, I don't like Kenyans, I don't like most Kenyans, but I like this Kenyan.
Kenyans referring to coffee, not
yes,
people.
Coffee.
We love the people.
Coffee. I love the Kenyan people. I just don't. But this Kenyan coffee is good. All right, episode 9, Gearhangs.
There it was.
Thanks for hanging. We hopefully, I don't want to say we're back. The millennial thing, we can't commit. I don't want pressure, but we hope to be back a little more. So thanks for checking it out, y'all.
Cool.
Cheers.
Thanks to Josh.
Yes.
And thank you so much.
Thank you for having me.
Absolutely.
It's been an absolute pleasure.
Awesome. Cool. There it is.
Cut.
Cheers.